So, the embargo lifted for Venom, and the reviews are coming in slowly but surely. I just watched the first IGN review, and I saw a couple of the reviews on Twitter, and God, I hate to say I expected this, but I expected this. I like Ruben Fletcher as a director. I really do. I love Gangster Squad, and it was pretty universally hated by most critics. A lot of fans liked it, but critics just didn't see eye to eye with the fans. I love Zombieland. I love Tom Hardy. I'm not gonna say I love Venom because I don't really know much about the character, but I know enough to know what makes him work and why people love him and why people understand him. Uh, this movie could have been so phenomenal. It really could have been so good. We live in a generation where we're getting rated R superhero movies, Deadpool and Logan. And then they just drop the ball and make it PG-13. It's like, what? You wouldn't make a Michael Myers movie PG-13. Some characters are made, they're created by their creator to be rated R. Like, I don't want to see Venom, picking up a guy and throwing him at another guy. I want to see Venom ripping people's limbs off and biting people in half and, blood and guts flying all over the place. I want to hear him cursing and screaming, and I want to see the carnage. And that's no pun intended, because I know Carnage is also a villain in this world. But, he's supposed to be rated R, and they dumbed it down because, oh, well, if we ever want to have Spider-Man in it, we can't have Spider-Man in a rated R movie. It's like, shut the fuck up. You ruined this character because you dumb it down. You don't water down soda. You just leave it how it is. I get it. They want a world where they could have their Spider-Man in a Venom movie, but there are ways around doing that in a PG-13 movie. Make Venom's movie rated R, especially his origin, where he doesn't where Eddie Brock doesn't really have it contained yet, and he doesn't have it controlled, the symbiote. Let him let loose, and then maybe in the Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man says, I'll only work with you or something if you, promise to not kill people. You could find a way to dumb it down for that. But for this, you fucking dropped the ball. Now, do I think that if this movie was rated R, it would have been better? No, because apparently there's no fucking chemistry between Tom Hardy and his girlfriend in the movie. The villain's stupid as all hell. The CGI is terrible. And as much as I love Tom Hardy, he is such a good actor. I loved him in Inception, and I loved him in Bronson, and I loved him in Legend, and I loved him in Mad Max Fury Road, and I loved him in The Drop, and I can go on and on and on. He is a fantastic actor, and he is so intense. Especially in the movie Locke, where the whole movie is just the camera on his face while he's driving a car, or Locke or something like that. He's so good, and you could tell by his interviews and just seeing the behind the scenes of him making this movie that he really had a lot of love for this character. And not only does he love this character, but his kid loves this character. So he really tried, and he really wanted to do this character justice. But what the fuck was he thinking doing what he did in this movie? Apparently he's trying to hone in some Jim Carrey from Liar Liar stuff. That's what I've seen on Twitter. Apparently he's just very weird in the movie, and it just doesn't mesh with the serious tone of what Venom is supposed to be. He's not supposed to be this weird, sarcastic, wisecracking, I don't know, Eddie Brock's an asshole, I know that, but the way that Tom Hardy is portraying him is just wrong. It's like they never read a Venom comic before, and what the fuck is wrong with Sony that they can't get this shit right? All they have to do is take the comics and bring it to the big screen. It is not fucking hard. It is not hard at all. They did it with Civil War, and it was a fucking huge success. Why can't Sony just stick to what makes them right? They own all these characters, and they keep pumping out these shitty fucking movies. And it's like they have no idea how to make these movies. It's all they have to do is open a comic book, or just hire somebody that loves the character enough to understand how to make them. Ruben Fletcher clearly had no fucking idea who Venom was, and he probably picked up one or two comics and read it. Get somebody in there that super loves the character. I get it, they had the creator of the character, but he hasn't made some of the best comics of Venom's time or whatever. So why don't they hire people to come in and help write the script? Apparently the script is corny and stupid and belongs in the 1990s and 2000s. What does that even mean? Like with Arnold Schwarzenegger, like the stupid one-liners. Like, why would you make a Venom movie like that? Just, I don't know. I'm upset that this is happening. I have my tickets pre-ordered to see it, the night before it releases on Friday. I'm seeing it Thursday, so I will give my official review for it probably Thursday night. But as of right now, man, I am so disappointed in what I'm hearing, and it makes sense. It makes sense why they didn't lift the embargo until tonight. Most movies, when studios are confident in their movie, they release the embargo like a week before because they want the good praise of their early screenings to make people excited to go and see the movie. But clearly Sony knew this movie sucked, so they waited until the very last possible fucking second, and I'm talking 24 hours before the movie's released, to release the review embargoes in hopes that the least amount of people will get wind of how bad this movie is and still go and see this movie, because I guarantee this deters a lot of people from seeing this movie. He probably signed on for 3 of these movies. They'll never make another one again if it's really this bad. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you going to listen to these reviews? Are you still excited for this movie? Let me know what you guys think, and as always, I'll catch you next time.